All right, this is for Kids Club for February. You should get a packet like this, and then inside we are going to start with this craft right here, the shamrock. So what you're going to need to get out is a pipe cleaner in there with a little bead on it. And then there is a baggie with some beads in it. So you need to get that out. And then there's also pieces of paper in here, but we're going to save the paper for a different craft. So go ahead and get the beads out, and you might want to put them on a plate or maybe in a bowl so they don't run away. And then there's a little gem, like it might not be a heart, but a little orange gem, and a pin. So that's what you'll need for this craft. And then what we're going to do, we're going to start and we're going to put 4 beads on. Now you can do a pattern if you want. Kind of gave you a random set of beads, so you can kind of decide how you want to do it. I'm just going to put mine on there. Whatever I pick up, I'm going to put on. So you're going to start with putting 4 beads on. And then once you have 4 beads on, 5 if you count the one at the bottom, you're just going to bend it over to the side like this. It doesn't matter which side. I'm going to go to the right. If you don't know your right and left, just go to one of the sides. It's okay. And then I'm going to put on 9 beads. We're going to make one of these loops right here. And in each loop is 9 beads. And leave just a little bit of space. You can see how I have a little bit of the pipe cleaner showing right where it bends. Once you have 9 beads on, you're going to take it and make a loop out of your pipe cleaner. And then where we left that space, I'm going to take my pipe cleaner down and I'm going to wrap it just one time around there. Kind of pull it tight so that these beads all squish together. We have lots of pipe cleaner left. Now I have 1 loop done, and I'm going to have it going out to the other side. I'm going to put on 9 more beads. Then I'm going to make a loop out of that one and just wrap it around one time and then pull it up to the top. So now it's sticking up at the top. And I'm going to do the last loop, which is going to be 9 more beads. And then pull it around and wrap it down at the bottom. Just keep wrapping it around until it stays. Now you can kind of shape them so you get a little 3-leaf clover. Kind of like that. And now we're going to use this pin. So this is a pin so you can wear this on St. Patrick's Day if you want. And you won't get pinched because you've got your green on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Elmer's glue. I'm actually going to put quite a bit on there because it does take a lot to hold this down. Now if you have a hot glue gun and you can get an adult to help you, then you can have them hot glue this on and it will stay a lot better. And it'll dry right away, but this does work if you don't. So after you squish it down, then I'm even going to put some over the top, so that once that dries, it should stick pretty good. And then you're going to set that to the side and let that dry. And then once it's dried, flip it over, and on the other side, do the same thing and glue down your gem. And that's it for this craft. All right, our second craft is going to be a shamrock paper mosaic like this. So in your folders, you need to get the largest one that's in there, green shamrock, because there are several in there. And this one has 4 leaves on it. And then out of your bag, you should have already got the beads out. Now get out the paper squares that are in there. And then you can just kind of spread those out so you can see what ones you have. And if you're going to be gluing, you're going to need a glue stick like this. You might want to use a piece of newspaper or a piece of scratch paper to do your gluing on so you don't get it on the table. So the next thing we're going to do is just start pulling out pieces, and you can just glue right on there. And just put them on your shamrock. So when you get to the edge, go ahead and have them go right over the edge like this, because we're going to cut that off later on. And then all you're going to do is just keep going and fill up your shamrock. Now you can do a pattern if you want with the pieces that you have. I like to just kind of do it random, but I do make sure that there's different pieces touching each other so that the same ones are not all in one area. You can do it however you want. And then there are some pieces in there that have a white back like this, but there's something on the other side. So pay attention to that. You can put the white down if you want, but I kind of like to have the image on there. And this one is going to take you a while, so go ahead and just fill it up, all your squares. Until it looks like this. And then go ahead and pause the video and do that, and then come back. Okay, after you have finished putting all your squares on, when you turn it around, you can see how they all kind of hang over on the back. And that's good. That way it will help you know if you got it all covered. But then take some scissors and just follow around the outside and go ahead and just cut those off. And then after you have them all cut off and it looks like this, you might want to put it underneath some books or something heavy so that it all stays nice and flat while it dries. And then we'll do the next project. So for our last project, we are going to do a rainbow chalk shamrock, just like this one. And now you might have one where it's a vertical picture like this, or maybe it's horizontal like this one. There's a little bit of both in there. So take out the black piece of paper that has the white shamrock on it, and then take out the little green shamrock that's in there. And then you have an envelope like this that has some chalk in it. So you're going to want to work on newspaper for this one because this one can get kind of messy. Maybe make sure you have an apron on for this one too, or some clothes you don't care about. It will come out, but it does make a mess with the chalk. So you've got little pieces of chalk in here, and what you're going to decide is what kind of pattern you want to go around your shamrock. So I did a rainbow just because it kind of goes to St. Patrick's Day, but you don't have to. You could do like blue, green, whatever you want, or you could just do all green too. That's fine. I'm going to show you how to do the rainbow because it's the most complicated, and that's kind of what the example is. So what you're going to do, you have just little sections of chalk, and you actually want them to be kind of small like this. So you're going to use the side of your chalk. You're going to push it while it's laying down like this. And you're just going to pick a spot to start. I'm going to start up at the top. And I'm going to take my chalk, and I'm going to start on the white and just push towards the edge. And I'm not doing a really big section, just kind of like that. So I'm going to go red. Orange is next. So I'm going to go do the same thing, push from the edge of the shamrock to the edge of the paper. Yellow is after that. Then green. Then blue. purple. And then I'm going to start all over with the red and then keep going around. Okay, so now once you've gone all the way around a couple of times, you're going to use your finger and you're going to smooth out the chalk. Just go all the way around and keep doing that. And you can see how I'm starting on top and pushing away from the shamrock so that this piece of paper doesn't lift up, because I don't want any chalk to get underneath of there. I want to keep it on top and then out to the side. Now that's not too bad, but if you've got spots where you want to have more chalk on there, you can go around and do it again. And that will actually make it brighter. And then just take your finger and rub them all again, just a little bit. You don't have to do as much this time. And then you can see how messy your fingers have gotten. So if you want to wash your hands before the next part, you can do that. I'm going to go do that and then come back. After that, you're going to take this piece off. So there's some tape inside of there. And if you go really slowly, hopefully that tape will come off without tearing the paper too bad. If it tears the paper, that's okay. I have a solution for that. You might want to get an adult to help you with this part if you're a little guy. Okay, so this is just garbage. You can throw that away. And now you should have something that looks like this. And if you like that, you can just leave it like that. You don't have to put anything else on it. You can just leave the black, but maybe your paper tore. Mine didn't tear this time, but last time it did. So I made these for you that you can put right in there in the center like this. And all you have to do is put some glue stick on them. And then just kind of center it in there so that way you have a black border around. Just like that. And even if you didn't tear your paper and you want to do this part, you can do that too. So that is all for Kids Club. Have fun crafting.